is a really nice healthy side salad that you can also turn into a main meal. It is called the Colourful Quinoua salad. So you know, as we all know, we can have a look at the ingredients and the method and the nutritional panel, and also the hints and tips at the bottom, if there are any. This one, I think we're good to go with start cooking. So 3 cloves of garlic go into the bowl. So I've just taken the skin off those, and measuring cup and lid go on. And then it's preset for 3 seconds, and we turn the speed selector to 7. So in 3 seconds we've chopped the garlic, and of course hands-free chopping of garlic is always something that is divine. Next step, to scrape down the sides of the bowl with spatula. So let's just put all of that to the base, which probably takes another 3 seconds, and we'll go to the next step of the recipe. So 50 grams of ghee or butter. I love to cook with ghee, so I'm going to throw that in, a little bit under, but really neither here nor there. Very approximate as always. Lid goes on. Next step is 2.5 minutes on speed 1, and the temperature setting here you'll see is Verona. That is the highest that the Thermomix can go with guide cooking, and obviously it's also a temperature setting for manual cooking as well, and guided. So this is approximately 130 degrees. That's really, and it's going to bring the heat of the bowl up to a high temp quickly. So it's more about how quickly the temperature heats up. But anyway, 2 minutes to get some more of the steps of this recipe done, and I'll be back. 2 minutes is up. So next step, oh, look at this, quickly take a look at this sizzle of the garlic in the ghee. Man, the aroma does not get any better than this right now. Tearing my scales to 0 and adding 1,000 grams or a litre of water into this beautiful sauteed garlic. Again, very approximate. And then next step is 2 teaspoons of salt also going in. So we're going to very flavoursome, almost like a garlic broth happening here. So next we're going to insert our simmer basket, which looks like that step here. And then we're going to put in 150 grams of white quinoa. I am putting in a smidge more this time, I know that, okay? So I'm putting in about 230 grams intentionally, because I want to make a bigger salad. I want some of this for leftovers, I want some for lunch, so I'm just going to up it a tiny bit, not enough to need to change the water or anything like that. So next step is lid on. And then next we're going with 20 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 4. Beautiful. So 20 minutes to go and do whatever I want to do, and my quinoa will cook away nicely. So our 20 minutes is up, and we're just going to remove the simmering basket with the quinoa. Now, even though I increased the amount, it is still ready, because that 20 minutes will probably quite comfortably cook up to 350 grams at that time. So here we have, probably should follow the next step, transfer into a large serving bowl and put aside. So I'll just do that. I'll need both hands for that. It's not too hot. So just turning that over like that. Great. And then I will let that set aside. So what I'm going to do now is empty out this bowl, but I'm not going to wash it. I'm literally just going to pour the water out and come back. I didn't clean or dry the mixing bowl. I just emptied it out. Recipe calls for 1 spring onion. Now mine happens to be absolutely giant, so I'm still going to use it, because as you know, I increased the millet a bit, and I'm happy for extra. It says white part only if you're using the spring onion. That is absolutely crazy. The green part is absolutely beautiful, and it's particularly good for those that can't digest or tolerate onion. So go with the whole lot of spring onion. The only time you don't use the green part of anything is if it's leek. So, God, we've got to go with zero waste. So chucking out the best part of the onion is absurd. So 3 sprigs of coriander. Well, I can't do 3 sprigs because we want a lot of zest in this. So that's probably quite the handful. If you don't like coriander, definitely go for fresh basil. It will be absolutely beautiful. Lid going on. Like so, and next step is to do a really quick chop for 3 seconds. So we're just going to put the coriander and the spring onion in there. So just really cutting those into big chunks is so much better than obviously chopping them all up. But we've got this done now. Look at that, looks amazing. I'm going to leave it like that. Say, for example, you personally think, oh, do I want onion or my herbs to be that chunky in my salad? This is what you would do. You take a look at it, you scrape down the bowl, and then you go back. The step repeats itself, and you can change the timing. So let's say we just want to do this for 2 seconds this time. And then we'll go to the same speed setting. For the 2 seconds. And that's literally just to show you how you are still in control of moving around your recipe and creating, oops, very fine. So, well, there you go. Probably a bit too fine, but now we know how to do that step, and, you know, we live and learn. That will still add great flavour, and we can continue on with 30 grams of lemon juice. Nice. Then we will continue with 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Now, if I wanted to get my scales up to measure this, I just tap on these 3 dots and get my scales up, and I'm just going to measure in 40 grams. Only because I know that that's 2 tablespoons. I don't really care if it's more or less, to be honest, but I just wanted to show you that function clearly because I went over. But that's how you can actually go into your scales during a recipe. Next, a little bit of salt. Next, some pepper to taste. 8, 9, 10, I always do. And then next, okay, so I think we're making a little bit of a dressing here by the looks of it. So 4 seconds on speed 4. So we're just going to whisk those things together. I can see that that's sounding like it's, I haven't made this before, by the way, so I can see now that this is going to be a dressing, which it really didn't matter what the oh, how nice coriander or the leek look like, but man, the aroma here happening is just so fresh and so zesty, and it just smells of freshness, and yeah, just that beauty of, you know, of good food about to happen. So 300 grams of broccoli cut into large florets. Well, I've also cut up the stem because all the vitamins are also in the stem, and we are always aiming for 0 waste. So we've got about 300 there, and next, and then I don't have any dried cranberries, so I'm going to leave those out. I do have some sliced dried apricots, however, so I'm going to add those a bit later. So I'm just going to chop this, I imagine. Yes, so I'm going to just blitz it. This is our turbo section, so it says to blitz this 2 to 3 times. So I've just done 2 times. So to open the turbo function, you just press the home screen, and we take a look at what's happened. So we've kind of got a nice chop happening. We've got how many pieces unchopped? 1. So giving that a bit of a stir. 2 pieces unchopped. Great. All right, no big deal. What we'll do is do that extra 1 turbo that we were asked, that suggested that we may want to do. So we will. And that's just a quick half-second chop, and we should have got that time. So next, All right, that looks pretty good. If you can just see that there like so. So that is done. And now I am going to grab my quinoa and combine those. I am now adding our very flavoursome broccoli that we have chopped, if you remember, with the, oh my gosh, the lemon, the oil, the coriander or basil, whichever you choose to use, and the spring onion. If you notice how I'm holding the bowl on the handle, it is the most user-friendly way to tip your bowl and empty it. So hold it like that. It'll make your life crazy easy. So that I will put there like so. And all right, so what we're going to do is mix through this. We're going to mix through our, I didn't do the cranberries, so I've done the dried apricots. I'm going to stir through some flaked almonds, and this is going to be a beautiful, zesty, flavoursome quinoa salad with loads of flavour, loads of goodness. So once that's done, all you need to do then is, oh, it's just incorporating beautifully. You could also add some extra bits and bobs into this if you had another veggie, like even a zucchini or something like that. Or even, you know, I'm thinking maybe a capsicum for a little bit of red colour would be quite nice. But what we'll do is we'll actually come over to here, pop down our serving bowl, a little bit tight for space, but you know, we'll get there, and dish up our beautiful salad. So if you had to go somewhere and take a salad that's impressive, nutritious, delicious, and you know, as you can see, quite plentiful, you're good to go. So lovely way to get some greens without going crazy. I'm not going to dish it all up because that's probably enough to give you a gist of what it's all going to look like. Then you can do some more flaked almonds on the top and some lovely bits of coriander or basil, depending on what you use. And I think that's really pretty and really healthy and really quick. And we're going to serve this with some barbecue pork because I think it's a little bit healthier than living on barbecue pork and bao buns all the time.